on me! Wake up, I get cocaine!
It was an exceptional intro, but this fucking song still
Get
does
over
blow
it.
donkeys.
It's done. It's episode 5 of the Game Bar.
Paul.
It's finally here.
It's the greatest place
Hello,
in the world.
everybody. Welcome to episode 5 of the Game Bar, also
And,
known as the Bottle Games Drunkcast.
We call it.
It's literally not known then.
Have a drink on me,
It's
There
not
we go.
called that.
Also known as Have a Drink on Me.
or AKA Unbottled Games. We are very
Unbottled
drunk.
Games, Jesus Christ.
Unbottled. Stamps.com/unbottled games.
We don't have that sponsor. They can't just throw sponsors out.
So somebody's
working
gonna have
that
a
one.
bad time when they go to stamps.com and type in unbottled games and realize that they don't get a bunch of free shit.
Right
Wait,
on.
you just declared that. Should we just restart this right now?
That's funny to me.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't hear what's going on.
Cool. We're here now.
Perfect. All right.
Hello.
Well, that was great. Don't follow that link because that
Hey,
link is
Howard,
bullshit.
do you want to announce who's here again or what?
I guess I should introduce the crew again for those of you who are new Game Bar listeners. We've got Ryan Iwanchuk
Hello.
and
Clarice.
Paul Nash.
Hola!
And of course myself, Matt Hauer, the loudest noun.
Hashtag. You made that hashtag of yours.
Hashtag the loudest noun.
I don't use any of that social shit, but I do know that the number sign has been replaced by the hashtag.
Oh, is that why you have no friends?
Yep. Shut up. Why are you here?
Zing! Because I'm friends with him, that's why I'm here.
Damn it.
Hello. Yes,
So lucky to have you, Ryan.
I am
I'm
the
so lucky to have
anchor.
you.
Anchor.
Are
Anchor.
you the Rancor?
No.
No?
No. I like to think that I'm a little
you
bit
the wanker?
fitter than that. I'm the WANKER, Mr. Englishman.
Haha. Haha. I asked you if you're the WANKER.
I WANKER every once in a while.
Blah, blah, blah.
I wank horse, tranny horse.
Cancel. All right, let's start.
And this show has officially been removed from the internet.
All right, let's just get right into this and stop talking before it gets into something completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Let's
are
just
you
get into
talking about?
talking about Battlefield Hardline quickly.
Okay,
Oh, I get
so,
white line hard.
so full disclosure, the only thing I've seen about Battlefield Hardline is a trailer on Facebook, and I scrolled past that shit.
Well, we're gonna play the
and
trailer.
it automatically started playing. Oh, you're playing the trailer for
I'm
me?
gonna play the trailer now.
Look at this.
You'll have to listen.
You played the beta?
I played the beta, but we'll do this. We'll,
I played the
we'll play
beta
the trailer.
Can I at least see the trailer before
Yes,
you
we're-
guys start talking about the beta?
Yeah, if you
Sure.
stop talking, then we'll play it. Here we go.
Oh my god, blood, gore, intense violence, strong language and use of drugs. Oh my god, it's so controversial. Look at the controversy, guys.
Is Colin Farrell the lead actor in this? He
No, they didn't do a Kevin Spacey on this one.
But they have Imagine Dragons.
Oh, and the song was I'm So Sorry.
Foreshadowing.
That's where his demons hide. Is
They're
in
robbing
that
a bank.
vault there that he's robbing. Why don't I have anything that's like voice acting that you do over something that you do, Howard?
You know that whole criminal psychopath thing?
This reminds me a lot of Counter-Strike, actually.
Apparently, it actually does feel like Counter-Strike. It doesn't feel like Battlefield.
Terrorists win.
Well, I'm assuming the multiplayer is...
No, I mean like the gun mechanics. Well,
Is
we'll
that
talk
what
about
we're
it.
talking about here? Is the bank robbers are now known as terrorists, so therefore it's cops versus terrorists.
Well, they needed to do something to refresh the series.
No,
Good
we'll
call.
get into that
Good
because we'll get into that a bit.
Do you play as the little Asian girl?
Yeah, that bird is fucking shit up right now.
She is sexy.
Like, she is fucking shit up.
She's a little fucking
That's
sexy Chinese
that's
ninja.
good. Shit up is good.
Well, dude, she's part of the FBI and she's fucking shit up, I guess, for
Oh,
justice.
fucking shit up. I thought you said she was shit up, and like you're saying shit up is an English way of saying she's hot.
No. She's
No,
fucking...
Ryan. What the fuck?
Oh, that crook has an Audi.
That was fucking racist.
And also a zipline.
Oh my god, that car just...
What is this? Fast and Furious, Thelma and Louise?
IGN, they still only rated it 3 stars though.
I actually want this game.
You're convinced that you're just
Watching this trailer makes me want this game. I am like the prime candidate for...
things.
Marketing.
They said the crime candidate.
But dude, you know all about your shit about marketing. Why are you being suckered into it?
Because look at it just looks so fun.
They made
and that
it look
hot
good,
Asian
yeah.
girl being all FBI and kung fu kicking motherfuckers. Why wouldn't you want that?
Okay, Ryan, you said you showed the link. What is the link you just showed? What is the
link?
video? What's the video we just watched?
Yeah, what's the video?
Oh, it's just the Battlefield Hardline launch trailer. That's
Okay,
what we watched.
Where
okay,
can
so
people
that's what
find
we
it?
watched. So that bird that was kicking shit out of there. Holy shit, that was a pretty strong character right there. Don't you think?
She was super sexy.
I wasn't even paying attention to that, to be
What
honest.
were you paying attention
That was
to, Ryan?
pretty much
The graphics.
only thing I was looking at was that hot Asian chick.
So you're
in a
gonna spend
pantsuit.
$60 on a video game just for the
I
off
paid
chance?
$70 for the Order 1886. You think I won't pay $60 to see a hot Asian chick in a pantsuit kick a criminal in the face? Come
dude,
on,
the fact
let's
that
be realistic here.
Matt Hauer, the fact of the matter is, in the 1886, you actually got to saw real computer-generated tits. Yes, take that with a grain of salt. It was real computer-generated.
Oh
yes,
yeah, I
it's
guess
a paradox,
I think there is.
but
I think there is about.
do you think there's going to be tits in the new fucking Battlefield?
I think there is about
No.
a whole whopping 15 seconds of breasts in the Order 1886.
In the orchard.
The fact that there is there, though.
Also, for
you
a
play
game
Far
about
Cry
hunting
4,
werewolves, you fight a grand total of 12 werewolves. Spoiler alert.
Did you play Far Cry 4?
No.
Okay, you could just stand there and stare at a bird's tit for as long as you wanted.
Like a bird, like a
So
swallow?
it's,
Oh no, like a fucking woman.
Or a tit.
Like a real
mouse.
woman.
hey,
Yes.
Paul, this
yes.
is Canada.
A bird. Yes, a woman.
There you
A
go.
woman's tit. You could stare at for
So
as
it was
long
like
as you
Duke
wanted.
Nukem from like
And
way
she'd
back
lay
in
you
the
off.
day.
She'd lay you off if you wanted. Well, no, they were decently done, like as you saw in the Order 1886.
The Order 1886,
Because I remember that.
By the way, as much as it's a, pretty much mediocre third-person shooter with a lot of cutscenes, it actually looks fucking incredible.
So how were the tits?
Great.
Yeah, they were good.
Are we
I
talking
went
about the
off to
order?
it. Yeah.
Because I'm getting confused here. Let's get back on Battlefield. We already talked about the order last
Okay,
podcast.
do you
That's
think
true,
there'll be
we
tits
did.
in Battlefield? No, there
doesn't-
won't be.
it doesn't matter.
I don't think there will be. That was the point I was trying
What
to
I
drive
want to talk
here
about was
you.
actually the game. Because
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big Battlefield fan since the first one.
I played Battlefield 1942. I played Battlefield Bad Company.
You didn't play 2?
I didn't. I
did
probably
play-
did actually.
You did play 3.
I played 3, but I don't know if I
3,
played
4.
2.
Yeah, 2 is the one
I'm
I played
more
the
of a
most.
Battlefield fan than I think than I let on. I've played a lot of Battlefield.
I played
in the-
every single one. Even 21 now I can't remember now. Something like
1942, yeah.
No, the 2145, the space
Oh
one.
yeah.
Future Battlefield.
Anyways, this whole game in general, apparently it's ew.
No,
What?
Oh, I thought it looked like
No,
you.
it was him. It was
Alright.
him. Don't lie.
For the record, I don't know.
I was
Anyways,
just smelling the whiskey before.
He
I
loves
drank
snorting. Jedi.
Anyways, yeah, this game apparently plays a lot. You said it looked like Counter-Strike, and then apparently from reports, people are saying who have actually played the final release. Because we haven't played it yet.
Is it out yet?
I believe it is. But they were saying that it when you shoot something like in Battlefield, when you shot someone, you really had to unload quite a bit on them, and it felt quite heavy. Like everything felt. Well, I guess it added to the realism. But apparently, this one it feels much more like Counter-Strike, where it's like bang shot, like a more of a Twitch kind of shooter game.
So that'll be worse for me playing it online because.
Well,
it'll just be like-
apparently, I mean, when I played the beta, I didn't notice. I didn't notice that really. I mean, it did feel a lot different, but I mean, it wasn't done by any means, right? So I don't know, but they threw it in with. You take that in the fact. It's completely different. I mean, the idea that it's a Battlefield game. There's no reason they should have just called it Hardline. Naming it Battlefield was the dumbest thing ever, if you ask me, because in that beta, like online, we're in a city, and you're supposed to be cops versus
Oh,
robbers.
did you play Battlefield 4?
Yeah.
You spend a lot of time
Yes.
in the city in Battlefield
Now, here's
4.
the thing about it. If this is a cops and robbers kind of scenario, and you're in a downtown city core, robbing things. You've got helicopters blowing shit up and everything. There's like no like it just feels like a sandbox. Like there should have been like they for what it is, like there should have been like NPCs running around like civilians and stuff. Like make it feel like you're actually in something. It just feel if to me it felt like they had an idea, they wanted to make a different game, and they were thrown on like, hey, you make this game for us.
So now
because Battlefield, because DICE is actually making the new Star Wars game, so they didn't have time to make it.
The Battlefront.
So that's why this game I think came out.
Yeah.
They want these guys wanted to make a different game. They were brought on to, like, do this, you can do this or whatever, and then you can go and do your own thing. You'll make money off, and you can go do your own project. This to me seems like they just try to fit two things together and try to make things work out.
In all honesty, like this idea of what they're introducing now has been around for like fucking way over.
But I mean, who knows?
Old.
Who knows? None of us have played the campaign.
No.
And it could be that the campaign works out to be absolutely fantastic.
What I'm saying is that there's been games that have been modding it, and I'm talking about Operation Flashpoint here for the PC back. Fuck, I was playing that back probably 2004, I'd say, around that era. And like there was a mod made for that called Cops and Robbers, and it may have been primitive if you look at it now compared to that, but it's pretty much just this boiled down idea they've got going on here. Like, it works differently, but it's still, the idea has been around for ages, like this Cops and Robbers thing. So to see it being introduced to the battle line sort-esque of combat, right, is intriguing, right? Like, there could be some good stuff done about it, but yeah, just have to play it out. I think it's a good idea, but it's like, how do they differentiate it from being Conquest?
I mean, honestly, we can't have these, because you have basically in the military first-person shooter genre, you have Battlefield and you have Call of Duty, and we can't just keep going fighting the Russians and the Chinese and the other quote-unquote communists. So what Call of Duty did is they went future with
which Battlefield
Warfare,
already done.
Which Battlefield had already done, but Call of Duty Advanced Warfare was a lot better than when Battlefield went future.
They were completely different games.
Yeah, but so Call of Duty went that direction, so DICE and Battlefield, I think, had to figure out a new direction to take the game. And who knows? Maybe that could be, I'm talking about from a campaign perspective.
Well, that's exactly the problem with what's going on. The big problem with this whole fucking Battlefield thing is they didn't need to go do anything like this until they decided they wanted to do it on an annual cycle. Battlefield 2, between Battlefield 2 and Battlefield 3, I might be wrong, but I'm thinking it was like 8 years difference. Like between the two games.
No, because I didn't play them
I know.
Battlefield 3.
I'm sure it was less, but it was a long time between the two. And then 3 and 4 was like a year, maybe, or whatever. They wanted to do it more annually because they wanted to compete with Call of Duty. But the problem the problem Call of Duty's having is that it's so saturated that no one wants to fucking people do play, but it's getting a bad rep. Same thing's going to happen with Battlefield. Battlefield 2 never had a campaign. 3 is when they started putting a campaign into it. And that's when it started ruining it.
The campaign of Battlefield 3 was incredible.
Yes, but I would totally pay the full price on Battlefield if it came out every 2 years or whatever, and there was no fucking campaign, but they put all their effort into making an awesome online experience.
See, the difference between you and me is...
But the Battlefield's never been about a campaign.
I would rather have the campaign... And the multiplayer can go fuck itself.
But you never really liked Battlefield, because that was what Battlefield was about.
Until Battlefield 3, when they had that great campaign.
Yeah, but you know what?
That is a fantastic campaign.
I finished the campaign in 3, 4, I just didn't give a shit, because all I wanted to do was play online, because that's where Battlefield...
I never got into it online.
That's exactly why... That is what Battlefield was, and is at its core.
It's two different styles.
No, that's because the only reason they're putting the fucking campaign on in the first place was because they had to compete with Call of Duty, and that was like the dumb but if
you play the Battlefield 3 campaign,
I know I did.
You compare it to other first-person shooters out there, it's actually an excellent campaign. The story is.
I wasn't saying that the story or anything wasn't bad or anything like that.
Well, then why are you complaining about the campaign?
Because my whole point is that they're ruining the franchise, and this is to me, this game is just a fine point of them struggling, trying to keep up with the fact that they want to be. Activision is trying to make it like
Activision is
not Activision. Sorry, EA wants to compete with Activision with Call of Duty by annualizing Battlefield.
Absolutely.
So what they have to do with that is put fucking campaigns into it.
Yeah.
Get multiple developers on it, and when you start throwing multiple developers,
it's not multiple developers.
Yes, it is, because DICE didn't make this game, Hardline.
Didn't they? I just saw DICE in the trailer.
No, they
I just saw DICE in the trailer.
DICE isn't making the game.
Then why is DICE's name?
Because
in
they're
the trailer?
fucking they own the copyright for it. DICE is working on a different game. It's a different developer. I'll find the name for you right now. The reason they're doing that is because DICE is working on fucking Star Wars, right?
Right.
I'm going to slide
what I think is going on here is I'm coming at these games from I want an exciting campaign that's going to be intriguing to me sort of point of view. Whereas you're like, I don't give a fuck about the campaign.
Visceral made it. Visceral actually made the game.
What else did they do?
I think they didn't do Red Faction, did they?
No, that was somebody else.
No, they did something recently. They didn't do.
I know. The name is ringing a bell.
Let's find out. I can't believe I can't remember this. I know I'm gonna.
The internet.
They made Dead Space.
To the internet.
They made Dead Space.
Well, that was a good game. The first Dead Space was a good game. I don't know about 2 or 3. I haven't played them, so I will make no claims.
How about that oversaturation again? I just think a lot of brands are getting oversaturated.
Well, that's because these video game developers, they find a franchise that works, and now it's like the developer is basically controlled by a publisher, right? So Activision, EA.
Yeah.
And they just want to pump out year after year.
I know, but then you start diluting.
franchises.
Then you start diluting everything.
And that's when you start diluting it and making shitty games.
Like Call of Duty was
You and I can agree on that.
Call of Duty was great until they start. Once the Modern Warfare series got past the second one.
Yeah. After
when
Modern
they made
Warfare
third.
2.
Yeah, and it's exactly what's happening with Battlefield right now. I'm not saying that this game is going to be bad. I'm not saying it's not a cool spin-off, because they already had Bad Company, which was a Battlefield spin-off too.
Hilarious as well.
Yeah, it was.
I played that for the fucking.
But that's the thing,
campaign. That was probably one of the most enjoyable.
But
campaigns
that game was completely different. Like they could completely different than Battlefield, and that was cool. But it worked within the franchise. And I don't think Battlefield Hardline, like having a cops and robbers kind of thing, doesn't work within the brand name. But I just feel like this is a little too far away. And I think when you start bringing that many external developers from the core people, you're going to do the same thing with Call of Duty, where you have Treyarch, and then I can't remember the name of the third developer.
So there was with Call of Duty, there was
Infinity Ward, Treyarch, and
and Sledgehammer. But then Infinity Ward got bought out by somebody, and everybody from Infinity Ward.
No, most of the guys from Infinity Ward left to create a Respawn, and they
created Sledgehammer.
No, Sledgehammer was a third party, I believe. I think Infinity Ward guys left, started Respawn, and Respawn made Titanfall.
Anyways, guys, what we're saying is you should not be following this for accurate news about who leaves which developer when.
Oh, no, but anyways, I mean, that aside.
It's kind of like Assassin's Creed.
Also, that was like 5 years ago.
And that's the thing.
Oh my god.
It's the same
package.
Speaking of
Assassin's Creed, and that just made me think of Ubisoft, and about 10 years ago, when 3DO went out of business, Ubisoft bought the rights to the Heroes of Might and Magic series. Now, I don't know if either of you motherfuckers ever played the Heroes...
You are gay for Might and Magic.
I'm gay for Heroes of Might and Magic.
Gay for Heroes of Might and Magic.
Heroes of Might and Magic 2, best game ever. Okay. Heroes of Might and Magic 3, even better than that. So... Ubisoft bought them. They put out like 5 and 6.
You're not having it.
But apparently they just released a port for the iPad of Heroes of Might and Magic 3, which is like...
Why didn't you have this yet?
Because I looked at the reviews and it's like, every time you go into a battle, the game crashes.
Why don't you get it anyway? How much do you have to pay for it?
$11.99.
Oh...
I'm not paying $11.99 for something that's
for an apparent broken.
Yeah, for something broken.
Is it rated like fucking low?
It's rated like 0. It's like half a star on iTunes. So, like, fucking Ubisoft, if they could fix it and make it, like, so that it wasn't broken, I would fucking take a week off work and just sit there on my iPad, fucking Heroes of Might and Magic 3? Absolutely. Jerking off. Heroes. Dude, I used to spend 24-hour plus straight sessions in Heroes of Might and Magic 2 campaigns. And Heroes 3 was just the next level of Heroes 2. But it's just, I saw, like, I was, like, fucking around, I, like, Googled, I was, like, Heroes of Might and Magic iPad. And I see it's, like, Heroes of Might and Magic 3 HD on iPad. So I'm like, oh my god, I got so fucking excited. Then I go on there, and it's like, I click on it, but then I see, like, half a star review, and I'm like,
That's not right.
okay, that's not boding well. Then I read all the comments, and it's like, broken, crashes every time I enter a castle, which is basically what you do every turn in Heroes. Crashes every time I enter a battle. And I was like, oh. And then Ubisoft released a statement saying, we aren't fixing it.
Are you joking?
I'm so mad!
That's fucking
because
bollocks.
it's like, it was so close!
But they're keeping it on the market.
Well, how much
Yeah,
is
They're
it?
going to keep it on the market.
$11.99.
They're going to
Yeah, 'cause
keep it on the market for $11.99 and say they're not going to fucking fix it.
Yeah.
So that's like Assassin's Creed.
And it's like, and I'm just like,
But they fix this.
okay, for me,
Well, yeah, they
like,
do, because-
one
but
of
it's the
my
same package over
favorite
and over again.
games ever growing up and everything was Heroes 2 and Heroes 3. Fucking fantastic strategy games. Fuck World of Warcraft. Fuck Diablo. Fuck all that
Wait, are you talking
StarCraft.
Warcraft or World of Warcraft? Or are you talking Warcraft?
Okay, I'm talking World of Warcraft. Go fuck yourself.
Holy shit, those
Okay.
are strong words, mate.
Diablo, go fuck yourself. StarCraft, go fuck yourself. Heroes of Might and Magic 2, Heroes of Might and Magic 3, that's
Yeah.
what up in the strategy game shit. So, of course, those are like, they were designed for Windows 95. So unless you have an old ass motherfucking computer, you can't play that shit no more. So when I saw that Heroes 3 was available on the iPad, I was like, yes! Like, I almost came on my pants.
Then why don't you just buy it?
Isn't it sweetly ironic?
Because it's $12 and apparently it crashes every time.
You spent $12 on much worse shit.
That's true.
Isn't it sweetly ironic that we have PCs now too good to run games in the past?
I was thinking about that the other day.
Isn't that
I was
completely ironic?
like, my shit's too good.
It's. I think it's the actual
By the way, have either of
operating
you guys
system.
ever played
Well, no, but
Civ
isn't
5?
it ironic?
Yeah.
Have either of you guys ever played Civilization 5?
Yes.
No.
Should I
Right.
download it?
How much are you willing to pay for it?
It's like $35 on App
Right
Store.
now.
Right now.
Wait, for your computer?
For my Mac.
Okay.
It's $35, I think, to
Okay.
download it from the App Store on my
How
Mac.
are you either it's like Marmite, you'll either be addicted to it like heroin, or you'll play one game of it and realise you just wasted 10 hours of your life and never play
Well,
it again.
Both of those situations
And
are
I
like,
played that on fast mode. I played everything on the fastest
Paul,
settings.
Paul, you have to understand that both of those metaphors are very accurate metaphors for heroin. You're addicted to it like heroin? Yes. You wasted 10 hours of your life? Also, just
But
like
realise
heroin.
you don't want to do it again.
Yeah, so yeah, basically heroin.
But then you end up doing it
Okay,
again.
well, yeah, I was the latter version of heroin there. I
You are-
played about a 10-hour game.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I probably spent like 8 hours on a game.
Yeah.
On the fastest settings, it takes an awful long time, but it is satisfying. But
Also-
I do get. It's kind of like giving up smoking. It's like I know I just really shouldn't have a cigarette, but it's like there's scratching at the back of my mind and be like, just do it, just do it.
How's
You know, you'll play one game, you'll go through a bout of playing Civ 5 and be like, fuck yeah, man, this is a pretty fat game. It'll just drag on, and then you're like, fuck it, I won, I obliterated everyone because I had it on easy and the fastest turn-based ever. And then you realise, fuck, I just wasted a lot of time with that. And then be like, I'm never playing it again. Or you're going to be like, well, I'm going to play it on a different mode now. And then you are a heroin addict on the side of East Hastings Street, or you're playing...
So my name is...
In East Hastings Street, yeah.
Yes, that is my name. Boom, 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 boom. I believe he tattooed a boom, boom, boom on the boom, boom, boom of your boom, boom, boom.
Wow, you could have just
trying to
bypassed this
incriminate me.
altogether. You just have to be a fucking dick.
Yeah, what the fuck, Howard?
I love being a dick.
Yeah, I've even.
Well,
Anyways,
well, the fact of the matter is that no one would get that apart from us. So.
Well,
That was the point. It
Way
was
to
just part of the
fuck up the
conversation.
podcast, you prick.
yeah.
So are you going to play
That's
Civ
usual.
5 then?
I'm thinking about it.
Fuck it, do it. Do you know what? Give it a try. Give it a try because
Yeah.
you may be that other
I'm
type. who would
torn
like-
between. I'm torn between.
But we may never
I'm
see you
torn
on one of these
between-
podcasts again.
Right now, I'm torn between Civ 5 and SimCity 4.
We are talking Sid Meier's Civ 5, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Civilization 5.
The legit.
So right now,
Don't do SimCity.
I'm looking at SimCity 4.
Don't do that.
And I'm looking
That's
at Civ
broken.
5.
SimCity 4 is a broken game.
Oh,
Civ 5 is a legit game, even if it is for the Mac. It will be a legit game. SimCity 4, I've
Yeah.
heard, has been nothing but fucking problems.
I heard that.
Admittedly, that was years ago before they made it.
It was last year when it came
online.
out.
Yeah,
and I heard
yeah.
that it was broken at launch.
Yeah.
But then they
Hella broken.
rushed out a ton of patches for it. Which, by the way, of all of my pet peeves that are video game related, it's patches. It's like, oh, we can fix that later, so let's just rush this garbage out, and then we'll just patch it later and fix it.
So, how are you
Fuck
saying?
you,
Howard,
just
Howard,
put something out
Howard.
good when it's ready to go. Right?
Howard, you saying you love Stitches more than Patches?
I love Stitches more than patches.
Oh, nice segue.
Very true.
Well, where's our drop guy?
Look at Paul's
Where's our drop guy?
segue.
Our drop guy is hella failing us right now.
Ryan,
Drop
watch
guy.
that.
Well,
That's
what?
the drop. So,
Right, you just got blank. Fucking come on, you got nothing.
I wasn't sure exactly if you want me to play a drop or get right into our Stitches update.
are we doing our
Fuck, you just blew my mind. Well, we probably wasted so much time with fucking Battlefield and shit.
No,
Welcome
well,
to
hey,
the-
you know what? For once, we actually talked about games and not about like.
Yeah,
Other shit.
gold stars for us, yay.
Well, we should probably double check before we just YouTube. Sing a song, Paul, while I'm doing this.
I wanna make love to you.
This is drug dealing music.
I want you to know me.
I put that brick. Is the banner on his YouTube page?
I wanna know.
Yes, it's
my
cocaine
shit.
spelled.
Cocaine spelt
In
in
cocaine.
cocaine.
Yes, it is.
That's a copious
Oh
amount
my
of cocaine
God.
as well.
All right, well, welcome everyone to tonight, the Stitches update.
You couldn't have fucked that up anymore.
So, for tonight's Stitches update,
Don't worry, I'll just go and edit it later.
if you don't know,
I've got too
who,
much shit going on.
if you don't know who Stitches is, he's
Read a
some
book.
19
Check YouTube.
What the
This
fuck's
guy-
going on? Oh,
This guy is hot as shit on the market, man.
He's some shitty.
That was lots of shit because he cannot comprehend how great he is.
He's some fucking shitty 19-year-old Cuban American rapper kid with a mohawk who thinks that he's a hardcore drug dealer,
And he kind of looks like the Joker.
and he kind of looks like the Joker.
With an
at prom.
AK-47 on his face,
like,
ho.
He looks like the Joker at his high school prom with an AK-47.
Yeah, yeah.
With extendos, by the way.
Bitch, he has extendos.
So,
We love to hate
today
him
we
or hate to love
decided
him.
that we were going to read some of Stitch's tweets.
Go for it.
So,
Okay, wait, but Howard, before we get into this, do we love to hate him or do we hate to love him? I'm leaning towards hate to love him.
I think I hate that I love him
Yeah,
because I
I
do
think
love
we
him.
hate to love him because I
Because
think we
this
all love
is
him.
drug dealing music.
Yeah, he's.
Oh, Ryan's...
no, it's background music.
Okay,
This is background music.
So, we have from February 18th, 2015, by Stitches, which, by the way, if you want to follow Stitches on Twitter, it's @TheRealStitches. Now, if you want to follow him on Twitter, from February 18th, 2015, we have RT if you hate cops, hashtag fuck a cop, hashtag fuck a job. We also have from
He's
February
very poetic.
We also have from February 18th, 2015.
Oh, a double tweet, eh?
He tweeted 2 times that day.
I guess his deal was going a little sour.
I guess on one sideways he got bored sitting in the car waiting for the money. Because we have... This is hashtag drug dealing music.
That could have been any worse because you are the flattest person in the world, Howard.
You make Stitches sound like a fucking actual singer.
So from February 24th, 2015,
Double
which I
negative.
believe was sometime around the Oscars or the Grammys. I think it was about a month after the Grammys, but I think Stitches finally came out of his cocaine stupor and realized the Grammys had happened, because on February 24th, 2015, he posted not 1, not 2, but 3 tweets.
My God.
In order, the first one, at Ed Sheeran, who won a Grammy, I believe.
He did.
Yo, with 2 O's, so Y-O-O. What up? Then he has, immediately following that, I'ma knock Kanye West out.
My God, the controversy.
Now, the third. And I'ma fuck Kim Kardashian.
Do you think that's just him jerking off to her porn
No,
tape?
that's-
Now, apparently somebody...
I know who you're talking about, yeah.
Stitches
I've
on...
seen the video.
Ray J, there it is.
On February 25th, somebody named Alexa, that's at Alexa _ RAEQ.
You gotta stop using real names, Howard.
This is Twitter.
I know.
They put it on the internet, I'll put it on the internet too.
Really? Oh, yeah,
So Alexa tweeted Stitches and Twitches retweeted, at the real Stitches, I'm your #1 fan. So I think we should do some investigation and find out more about a person who considers themselves Stitch's #1 fan.
No.
Because I'm legitimately curious about who this person is, and oh my God, I hope it's broken.
Who's a bigger fan, us or them?
I don't know. I'm thinking.
Like, are you trying to convince him to say
think we
that we
should try
are
to-
his #1 fan?
No, I think we should try to get Stitches on the podcast.
That would be
It
amazing.
would be brilliant. It would be great.
I think it'd be pretty cool. Dude.
I don't want to get shot by his extendos.
Oh no, he can't bring them into
It's a-
Canada. Just remember that.
No. It'd be
Stitches
on
we
the
are
phone.
Protected by Canada.
He'll
be on the
smuggle
phone.
them in his hair.
Well,
He'll
no.
put
We're
his
protected because
extendos in his mohawk.
we're on the West Coast and we're in Canada, so we're away from the Drake danger of Toronto.
because
Drake danger
Drake
Toronto.
brings a lot of fucking danger.
Yeah, there's a lot of beef in Toronto. We're in beautiful British Columbia.
Drake's known for his hardcore fucking games.
Yeah, man.
So, here's some tweets from Alexa at Alexa Rake.
God damn it.
Who claimed to be Stitch's #1 fan.
Okay.
3 hours ago, she tweeted, "Free Breezy." 2 hours ago, she tweeted, "I just broke every bone in my body."
So how is she tweeting?
That sounds like she might
An
be
hour ago,
exaggerating.
she tweeted, "This is vulgar."
What's
Does
vulgar?
she know what that means?
Is she listening to us right now?
Let's dial back into what we got in Alexa. Actually, you know what? Fuck her Twitter. Let's just go back in the history of Stitch's Twitter.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah,
Howard.
Let's see what he's
that's
got.
Yeah, no, that's good. We're done with fucking Stitches now.
On
keep that
February,
somewhere out
on
this
February 1st, 2015, Stitches posted on Twitter. This is very important, guys. He posted, "What's up?"
That's great.
Is that the first day he discovered Twitter?
Nope. There's more. It keeps
Well,
going.
and that's it for the Breaking Stitches news. Yes, I fucked it up. That's gonna be the new thing where I just fuck it up because every time you fucking stare at me.
Oh my
damn
god,
it.
guys! You're gonna
You are
go
the
back.
editor.
We have to go back to Stitches.
No,
because
we-
I just found the greatest.
Play the breaking news.
Hold on. Yeah, good call.
Play the
Wait, breaking news, guys. Breaking news.
Yeah, no, I fucked it up. Stitches.
On December 10th, 2014, Stitches tweeted, #retweet if you want me to put a brick in your face.
And that was Stitches news update. Keep it
Should
locked
we
in.
have,
At the
wait, can you retweet him and say, "I want you to put a brick in my face. Come to this place in Canada."
I will.
Yeah, do
right
it,
now.
To give him your address.
I'm retweeting it right now.
You get,
And I
tell him to come to a podcast as
I
well.
just retweeted it.
Tell him you want that dick in your face. And they're like, oh,
I'm gonna,
sorry,
now
wrong
I'm gonna
artist.
retweet, quote, undo retweet, yes.
That's it.
Quote tweet,
Well, Howard's doing that.
yes.
We're gonna move on.
What are we talking about here?
Well, I kind of want to talk about.
And come.
No, we gotta wait for
sit
Howard
in.
because he can't type.
Hold on,
without-
I'm formally inviting Stitches to our podcast, okay?
I don't want him here.
That would be quite funny, actually.
There's
Well,
not
it'd be
enough.
Howard for,
We don't have-
for Howard because he'll get a lot of
But
blood.
we don't have enough extendos.
But bitch, we will get extendos because he'll be there.
Well, we'll have to. It's like the
and then
Queen's
we
coming.
can play
It's like
my Nintendo. Sorry, Nintendo, not Nintendo.
Way to fuck it up, Paul.
Yeah, I'm pretty drunk.
So I just formally invited Stitches to do our podcast over Twitter.
Over Twitter, not even Skype.
Just Twitter. I just tweeted. He said, retweet if you want me to put a brick in your face. So I answered yes, and come sit on the at Bottle Games podcast in Vancouver.
I would laugh if he actually listens to our previous podcasts and how we played him and how we
If fucking
hate
Stitches,
to love him.
could you imagine if Stitches was on this podcast?
Well,
Do you really think it would
we'll get
upgrade
back
us?
to that next episode. Moving along now. Let's talk
segue.
about. Yeah. Howard wanted to
Very
hear.
smooth.
Howard wanted to hear your. Well, I'm sorry. I'm trying to fucking do 3 things here
No,
right
fuck off. I don't do Jack Daniels. That stuff
now. I like how
fucking
you had the
poisons.
Jack Daniels bottle open, tilted right over top of the headphone splitter.
Well, he was supposed to hold this glass over there, which would have caught it.
You could have just mentioned something before you had it just sitting there like that.
I love the smell of the bricks.
Howard, what'd you think of Whiplash?
Wait, what are we talking about?
How was Whiplash?
Whiplash. Oh, so by the way, guys, have you guys seen the movie Whiplash?
No, I want to.
No, who's in it?
Miles Teller, who was in a bunch of shitty teenage comedies.
Don't know.
I think he was in Project X.
Who gives
or,
a fuck? Who else was in it?
J.K. Simmons, who plays J. Jonah Jameson. Jonah Jameson in the Spider-Man movies. J.K. Simmons. Angry bald man.
No.
You know who he is.
Just
But no, yeah,
No.
J. Jonah Jameson.
it's
He's fantastic. Anyways,
Oh, that guy. Okay. Yes.
so Whiplash, about the jazz drumming kid. I watched it last night. Honestly, best fucking movie I've seen in a very long
it
time.
won a lot of awards and actually
it's-
looked quite good.
It won best sound
It's about a
editing.
drummer.
Yeah, it's about
Yeah,
a jazz
it's about a
drum. It
jazz
looks
drum.
really good.
Is it like the drummer
And-
from Yes?
No, it's like
No.
actual jazz
Is
drumming.
it the drummer from No?
No.
YOLO.
Okay.
But
Fuck.
the drumming, first of all, was incredible. As a drummer myself, I appreciated that immediately. But also, it's not like, you know how you think about typically you're going to see one of these movies where it's like, okay, so he's trying really, it could be a sports movie, could be a musician movie, could be whatever movie. It's typically the same formula. He tries really hard, the coach cuts him, he tries even harder, the coach lets him back in, success, right?
Is that like Neil Peart?
No, that's typically the formula for those movies, right?
yeah.
This movie takes that formula. This movie takes that formula, turns it on its head, says "fuck off," and is just incredible. I cannot. The drumming. Oh my god.
I know. I really want to watch it.
The plot.
Wait, so
the
how do
story.
they do this? How do they do this? Is this real life footage of this guy?
No. It's a movie.
The kid who it's a movie, like it's an actual.
Wait, who are we
Fictional.
talking about here? Who's it portraying?
He's not portraying anybody.
No, it's
He's
just
Oh,
a
it's
story.
fiction. It's
Yeah,
pure
it's
fiction.
fiction. It's a
oh,
movie.
right. So who does the drumming in it?
the actor
Who's the actor?
Miles Teller.
Who's Miles Teller?
He was in
Project
some
X.
shitty fucking.
So he's an actor, but he's also an amazing drummer.
Yes, apparently.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Well,
both
choose
of-
one of the
Do
two,
you
you
have a
fucking
trailer
prick.
or something you can show Paul?
What the
of this
fuck?
fucking movie?
Like, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my drumming skills are not good enough. Well, no, my drumming skills are good enough, but I want to get into acting. What the fuck? Okay, so you're inspired by this film.
I found it inspiring.
What
and
did you think of his acting?
Watch.
that they play.
He's a good actor.
On the drums. I'm part of Schaefer's top jazz orchestra. It's the best music school in the country.
The key is to just relax. Don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry about what the other guys are thinking. You're here for a reason. Have fun. 5, 6, and.
I want to be great.
And you're not.
We got Buddy Rich here. Little trouble there. You're rushing. Here we go. 5, 6, and. Were you rushing or were you dragging?
I don't know.
If you deliberately sabotage my band, I will gut you like a pig.
Oh, my dear God. Are you one of those single-tier people?
You are a worthless pansy ass who is now weeping and slobbering all over
What
my drum
the
set like a
fuck?
9-year-old girl.
So how's it going with studio band?
Good. Yeah, I think he likes me more now.
I push people beyond what's expected of them. I believe that is an absolute necessity.
I want to be one of the greats. And because I'm doing that, it's going to take up more of my time. And this is why I don't think that we should be together.
This trailer's like
I would
sped
never
up.
let
Their
him put my
voices are all
son
sped up.
through hell.
Of course.
Why would you let him get away with what he did to you?
There are no two words in the English language more harmful than good job.
Brutal.
Dude, seriously, this is...
Well, they won a bunch of awards for this one.
They won Best Sound Editing, Best Editing, like film editing, and J.K. Simmons, you know, the bald old guy,
no, I know he
won
is.
Best Supporting Actor. But no, this is one of the most fantastic movies I've seen in a very long time.
Dude, those words. There's nothing more damaging than the two words.
That's not even
good
half
job.
of it, okay?
Fuck
False sense of
that.
security.
The
False sense of
director
security.
apparently, when they
I don't
were on
disagree
set,
with
the
it.
director told J.K. Simmons, he goes, think about it this way. Cross every line. I don't even want this character to seem human anymore. So he's just hurling the most awful, hateful shit out of his mouth in
And
the
there's
movie
why Howard likes it.
at the band. He's like,
Are we talking worse than fucking Full Metal Jacket here?
it's on par at least.
Ooh.
It's on par at least.
Fucking hell.
I don't know.
Wait, which era was this set in? Was it like early 60s? Are we talking
Now.
Oh, it's now.
Set it
Okay, so
now.
it's none of that racial segregation.
No, it's set it
none of that.
now.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys gotta fucking watch that fucking movie. It's
I do want to watch it.
fantastic.
As someone who plays drums, like I thought it looked pretty cool. Plus, they got a lot of awards and
Hey
stuff.
guys,
so
I kind of play drums.
that's
Paul's
fine.
a rock band warrior.
Could fucking kick your ass on you.
Welcome to the kick bar, where we play kick drum.
And we're pretty boring because we just keep rhythm.
And I'm clearly a drummer because I can't speak very well or do shit like that. Oh, gross. Anyways, yeah, no, I was really excited to see it, and I'm glad to hear that you actually enjoyed it. That's Paul drumming.
I gotta say, it's honestly like I've watched a lot of movies over the past year, and that's one of the best ones. I went and saw American Sniper, and as much debate about American Sniper as there is flying around the internet right now, I liked American Sniper. I thought it was a good movie. I also read the dude's book. There's differences between the book and the movie. Everybody can say whatever the fuck they want about the guy and all that. It's still a good movie.
I'm just tired of Bradley Cooper.
Was it Oscar worthy? Meh.
Yeah, but they always throw any sort of fucking like American
They
soldier,
love America.
like serious, like dark, kind of like Zero Dark 30. Any movie kind of like that
Did you
where it's
watch
like
Zero Dark 30?
no, I didn't.
That's a great
I'm not
movie.
saying it was. I'm just saying like any time there's like a very that's a dry, dark, like war movie that's
By the
about
way-
America. It usually is always winning awards.
The weird exception was, though, in 2013, that movie Lone Survivor with Mark Wahlberg came out, which is about this Navy SEAL. There was these 4 Navy SEALs who went into like a recon mission in Afghanistan, and they basically got discovered in the mountains and then hunted by a squad of like 200 guys.
Yeah.
And he wrote a book about it. The guy's name is Marcus Luttrell. and he was a Navy SEAL, and the rest of his squad got killed, and he survived. And he crawled, basically, like, I've read the book, I've read most of the book, but in the book he says what he did, because about halfway through the firefight he got shot, and he was paralyzed. So what he did was he would reach forwards with his knife and draw a line in the sand, and then stick his knife in there and pull himself forward. And he did that until he reached a fucking town. And they made a movie about him, which, by the way, that thing doesn't happen in the movie. They kind of changed it up, but it's called Lone Survivor. It had Mark Wahlberg, Taylor Kitsch, Emile Hirsch. Fantastic fucking movie from a couple years ago, Lone Survivor with Mark Wahlberg. I recommend you guys check that one out. It is, first of all, great action movie. Really good firefights and stuff. But also just as like a thriller and everything like that, and intriguing story to watch. Definitely worth watching.
Meh.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Have you seen it?
No.
Then why are you saying meh?
Because meh.
Buy it.
Exactly.
Want to buy it? What
Do you want to buy it? No, sorry. I was working on something else over here. Trying to figure out some other stuff.
Oh, so you weren't even listening to me.
No, not really, to be honest.
Typical.
No, I wanted to get into something else.
This is why this family is never going to work.
I wanted to get into something else that wasn't movie related. It was actually somewhat movie related.
Oh, made me laugh while I was...
Oh, I thought you were, like, finally dying.
No, he made me laugh while I was drinking, and the beer foam went up my nose. Oh. Alright.
And this is why this family will never work.
No, I wanted to... You did hear that the Phantom Pain has finally got a release date, right?
No.
No, it's got a release date, and they've, like, shown a bunch of other multiple stuff.
Oh my fucking god. I want to strap goats to my island. All the goats.
Am I going to be upset by this release date?
No, I don't think so.
You have a PS4, don't you?
Yes.
Well, there you go. Why would you be upset by it?
Because if it's not sooner rather than later, I will be upset.
Oh.
September 1st.
I'm into that. Kiefer Sutherland as Solid Snake. Fuck yeah! Jack Bauer. You take the most powerful fucking counter-terrorist person on TV, and then you mix that actor with the most powerful counter-terrorist person in video games, and that's your Solid Snake?
Okay.
Yes!
What happens to David Hayter?
Well, here's
he
the
becomes a hater.
He had a huge falling out with Kojima.
Well, no shit, he lost his job.
Because he wanted to write the movie, and Kojima said no.
No.
That was what it was.
No, I'm saying, hold on. Because there's one thing we know about Kojima more than anything. He loves to play fucking tricks on people. Now haters starting to say that he's not necessarily not out of being in Metal Gear Solid. So now there's this whole other thing, like he might... Because keep in mind one thing though. Yes, he voiced the other characters and everything.
Yeah.
But this is Big Boss in his final moment. This is the last story of Big Boss.
Right.
There's
but
nothing...
It's also a prequel to something else.
But there's not saying that Hater's Solid Snake won't be in this game. In which case he may be in the game.
The clone baby is born, and it just sounds like
no. It could
the
be
the clone Solid Snake is born, and it just sounds like it's been smoking for 3 decades.
Dad, Metal Gear.
My dad.
His first words. My God. Metal Gear.
Yeah, but anyway, it's like I know he's in it, but no, but what was that? Was it you? Oh, I thought we were getting I honestly thought there was like some sort of lag on the computer. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
That was my...
That was my Audiac.
No, but I'm really excited for it. I was just...
No, I'm totally stoked for this game, dude. I played Ground Zeroes, and first of all, what I loved about Ground Zeroes was when I bought it for $35 on the PlayStation Store, I was like, it's one mission. Don't know if this is going to be worth it. Played through that one mission, and I was like, that was worth my $35. But then the other thing that they did with Ground Zeroes was they took it and they added a bunch of, like, other missions in, right? Like, after you beat the main game, you can go back and do, like, there's, like, 5 or 6 different missions. They take place in the same compound, so it's all the same game mechanics. It's just different objectives.
Yeah.
And you land in different places and escape from different places. And I thought that was a really cool way to, like, bring a lot of extra shit into that game and increase replayability, because I'm sure Konami knew. They were like, okay, like, theoretically, Phantom Pain, the first time I played it, it probably, because I was super paranoid and playing it like a sneaky little Metal Gear bitch and trying to be as stealthy as possible and not get seen, so if I got seen, I restarted because I wanted that perfect record. Doing that, it took me about 4 hours. So theoretically, if you just ran through the game and didn't give a shit, you're probably like 45 minutes. Which is not worth...
Totally, dude.
$35, right? So the fact that they added all those extra missions in, I thought that was really cool.
I agree. I think it was great.
No, I really did enjoy, like, just the little Easter eggs and, like, all the little extra things you could do in it. I mean, the only reason they even put Ground Zeroes... There's 2 reasons why they put Ground Zeroes out. One was putting it out because they wanted to get people used to the fact that, one, there's a new voice actor, but mainly the fact that it's an open world environment. So instead of just giving them a whole new game, like, here you go, it's completely different. You got a little bit
Have fun, boys.
Don't be a hater.
And actually, the other reason, which is completely not surprising, is that they literally could not fit that part of the game into the whole game on one disc. Especially because, well, no, Xbox section on Blu-ray now. Thank you, Sony. But, yeah, no, they literally, I can't remember the exact numbers, but Kojima said a while ago that, there was no way they could do it.
Whatever, you know what? I was also super happy to have Ground Zeroes come out on, like a year before or whatever, because that was just, like, I loved the fact that, like, I saw the Phantom Pain trailer, then Ground Zeroes came out, and they just dropped that, and it just made me more stoked for the Phantom Pain, because really, I mean, honestly, Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 2 on the PlayStation 2 is, like, probably...
That's the one I played the most.
That is probably my favorite fucking video game of all time.
Wow.
The tanker sequence, when you're running around, shooting those fucking Russian guards.
Man. Freezing bombs.
Dude, I used to fucking... When that fucking... The demo for MGS2 came out...
Did you buy Zone of Enders for that?
No, I went to the video store, I rented Zone of Enders, made sure the copy I rented had the Metal Gear Solid 2 demo disc in it, then took Zone of Enders back, minus Metal Gear Solid 2 demo disc.
You tricky fucker.
And then Metal Gear Solid 3 came out, went and rented it, played it a whole bunch, never took it back to the video store. Still probably, if I dug through a bunch of boxes in my storage locker, would find the Rogers Video version of Metal Gear Solid 3.
And how existent is Rogers Video now?
Non-existent.
Exactly.
My mother had at the time purchased it for me for Christmas, so I knew that I had it coming, but I picked it up and rented it anyways, because I was like, I'm going to get a high start on this shit or whatever. So anyways, about 4 months later, after that, we're in the fucking video store, and the woman goes, oh, I can't rent anything to you because you have something overdue. And I'm like, oh, really? What's that? And she's like, oh, it's Metal Gear Solid 3. And I'm like, what? And she goes, yeah, PlayStation 2 game called Metal Gear Solid 3. And I'm like, well, it's really hard for me to see how I would have that overdue. Oh, why is that? Oh, well, because I bought it. And I own it, so why would I rent it from you?
You tricky sod.
And she's like, well, it shows here clearly that you rented it. And I'm like, I think there's a mistake in your computer. No, it definitely shows here that you rented it. And I'm like, do you want to, like, call my mother and ask her when she bought it for me, because I know she bought it for me, and I had it that day. So that's what's up. And literally, she just took this $60 game that I now own, just wiped it off the account.
Nice.
And he did that many times.
And that was one of about 12 times I did that at Roger's video and got away with it.
And aren't you sad to see them go?
No, fuck that. It's so much easier to get download stuff.
Good old...
Speaking of downloading, if you actually made it all the way through, go and download the other episodes of this podcast. And if not,
wait, yeah,
go to our YouTube channel.
Plug.
Hair plugs. Hauer.
Now
I need hair plugs. True fact.
I had a bitch.
All right. Anyways, this is falling to shit. This is the Bottle Games podcast, otherwise known as the Game Bar,
or the
also known as Episode 5.
The unbottled shit.
And apparently, just because we've clearly spent so much time on Stitches today,
I'm fucking drunk.
He's got a new song called Molly Cyrus, and we're just gonna play this out.
Molly Cyrus playing us out. Let's check this.
I'ma put cocaine in your ass. I'ma put cocaine in your ass. I'ma put cocaine in your ass. I'ma put my dick in your ass. Put a Molly in the ass. Put a Molly in the ass.
I just popped the Molly. Now I'm trying to fuck Molly Cyrus. I just popped the Molly. Now I'm trying to fuck Molly Cyrus. I'ma put cocaine in your ass. I'ma put my dick in your ass. I'ma put cocaine in your ass. I'ma put my dick in your ass. Fuck Billy Ray Cyrus, I'm your daddy now. I'ma put my dick up in your ass and it ain't coming out. If you don't like what I'm saying now, I don't give a fuck, cause it won't change the fact that my dick is in your butt. But cocaine will make it numb, so I'ma put it in your ass with my thumb. It's time to get freaking Molly Cyrus. We can have a baby and call him Stitches Cyrus. I'm a dumb mental motherfucker. I'ma fuck Molly Cyrus in front of a mother. I love cocaine, cause it got me feeling like I'm Superman. I could've chose Nicki Minaj. I could've chose Iggy Azalea. I could've chose Jennifer Lopez. But I'm fucking Molly Cyrus. I just popped the Molly. Now I'm trying to fuck Molly Cyrus. I just popped the Molly. Now I'm trying to fuck Molly Cyrus. I'ma put cocaine in your ass. I'ma put my dick in your ass. I'ma put cocaine in your ass. I'ma put my dick in your ass.
Bend over. Pull your panties down, baby. I'ma put cocaine in your ass. I'ma put my dick in your ass.
I can't pay your bills, Molly Cyrus, but you can pay mine. Straight up. But one thing that I got for you is cocaine all out of town. I'm a drug dealer, baby. You gon' be a drug dealer's lady.
Cocaine make a bitch go crazy. Cocaine make a bitch go crazy.
I just popped the Molly. Now I'm trying to fuck Molly Cyrus. I just popped the Molly. Now I'm trying to fuck Molly Cyrus. I'ma put cocaine in your ass. I'ma put my dick in your ass. I'ma put cocaine in your ass. I'ma put my dick in your ass.
So 5 Nights at Freddy's 3, you're not stoked? Because I'm fucking terrified.
For what?
Oh, I'm scared.
Well, not
scarified.
like stoked.
I just hashtag scarified 2015.
Oh, sorry for what?
Hashtag
5 Nights at Freddy's 3.
Oh,
apparently there's a third
that's
one.
happening tonight.
Is that happening tonight?
Directly after this podcast, we are.
I
Should we
think
make some
I should be
predictions?
the one to play it.
You can play.
What's the over-under on me shitting my pants?